Why is it important to stay calm when driving? It helps you stay in control of yourself. Not giving way to convoy or emergency vehicles can lead to an AED 3000 fine and 6 black points.
When traffic is not controlled by signs or police officers, you must give way to vehicles from the main road to a minor road.
Some of the key safety points for car seats. Restrain your child on every trip, every time, and keep in the back seat.
You are driving car A. Do not cut in front of the truck because trucks need plenty of space to stop. Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle B.
Driving on a sharp bend, the road markings will be
What is the meaning of this sign? Authorized vehicles only.
One must focus on driving because safe driving requires full attention.
You are driving along a road with overhead lane signals as shown in the diagram. Which lane are you permitted to use? Any lane under a green or white arrow.
Drivers using mobile phones tend to have difficulty staying in the lane.
When must you drive with your headlights and tail lights on? Between sunset and sunrise, and when the weather conditions reduce visibility.
When reporting a traffic accident using the Dubai Police app, which 3 information is required? Vehicle plate number, license number, picture of damages.
This traffic sign means pass either side, allowing extra travel time is one of good driving practices.
Before making a turn or changing lane, it is important to signal your intention for a reasonable time.
Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle B.
What does this sign mean? Parking for bicycles. One of the many ways to ensure your child rides your car safely is use the best safety restraint for your child's size. What is the main reason for driving more slowly during nighttime? Pedestrians are harder to see, especially those wearing dark clothing.
Looking at the diagram, which vehicle can turn first? Vehicle B. What is the main factor that helps you to be a better driver? Undertaking as many lessons as possible.
You were travelling on the freeway and you missed your exit. What is the best thing to do? Drive on and look for the next exit. When driving, look well into the distance, to both sides and in your mirrors. You also need to think about what other road users may do.
When must you drive with lights on? From sunset to sunrise.
In order to avoid hazards on the road, it is required for the driver to have the skills to forecast what may happen. The green car is indicating to turn left, what should be the correct behaviour to stay safe? The car's position should be on the left lane.
You want to drive straight through an intersection where there are no lights or signs. You must give way to any vehicle on your left.
In which of the following areas is overtaking not allowed? Intersections and roundabouts. Why are major junctions lined with diagonal yellow lines? To prevent the junction from being blocked.
Which driver assistance system is designed to increase the driver comfort and decrease workload? Adaptive cruise control.
This sign shows that the next exit is Al Safa to the left.
How is driving at night different from driving during daytime? Pedestrians, especially those wearing dark clothing, are difficult to see.
You are driving in heavy traffic. Your lane is blocked by a vehicle turning left. What should you do? Wait until the vehicle turns, then proceed. What does this sign mean? Vehicles must stop and give way. You are dazzled by the lights of an oncoming vehicle. You should slow down and move to the right if safe to do so.
Which of these signs does not allow turning for heavy vehicles?
When driving around school children, do not assume they know how to behave in traffic.
Which driver needs to do a heads check to see the other vehicle? The driver of vehicle A only.
Driving on a congested road, how can you reduce your reaction time when responding to hazards? Control your speed, cover the brake pedal. When driving at night, it is difficult to judge the speed and distance of objects. The parking assistance system enables the car park on its own. During the parking maneuver, the driver should monitor the safety of the maneuver and the environment and intervene if required.
As part of defensive driving, how should vehicle B deal with this situation? Assume that vehicle A may stop for the bike rider. When driving and using mobile phones, drivers react slower than usual.
What does this sign mean? Intersection with undivided road and two-way traffic ahead.
Select the two important considerations to avoid hazards. Scanning anticipating. When reversing at a parking lot, drivers need to be extra careful and look out especially for persons with disabilities.
Foggy conditions can be patchy. This means fog is clearing in some areas, but foggy again in some areas.
If you are driving a pickup truck, you should cover your load to stop it moving around.
You are driving vehicle A. How should you manage the driving risk? Slow down and be ready to stop.
This can act as a warning for drivers who may be feeling tired or sleepy. vibrations when the vehicle drives over the rumble strips.
What does this sign mean? Prohibits exceeding the 80 km/h speed limit.
Allowing for longer gap between your vehicle and other vehicles means you allow for unexpected actions of other drivers. If a conventional cruise control is engaged on cruising mode, it may be disengaged by stepping on the brakes.
You are approaching a stop sign. When must you stop? Always, even if there is no other traffic.
What does this sign mean? U-turn ahead, except for heavy vehicles. When about to exit the bend, accelerate only after traffic ahead is clear and the front wheels are straightened. How does a seatbelt keep you safe in case of a crash? Seatbelts hold you securely in place.
Some actions will make driving in fog more dangerous, like stopping in the middle of the road. In case of breakdown, where is the proper place for the warning triangle? 50 meters away from the car in the direction of approaching traffic. In an uncontrolled roundabout, priority is given to vehicles coming from the left.
You are overtaken. One way to know when it is safe to return to your lane is to wait until you see both headlights of the vehicle you have overtaken in your rear view mirror.
Which sign means the road ahead is uneven? Which traffic light means you must stop? You start losing focus and drift across another lane. It is time to take a break from your driving.
Staying in your lane is important. It is called lane discipline. Violation of lane discipline in Dubai carries a fine of 400 dirham. Which type of vehicle is prohibited by this sign? Motorcycles. If you are using the Dubai Police app and under the Community Services category, you may file a labour complaint. Flashing yellow lights are sometimes used at pedestrian crossings. It means flashing yellow lights are sometimes used at pedestrian crossings. It means proceed with caution and look out for pedestrians. You have a green light and making right turn at an intersection. A pedestrian is trying to cross the road. What should you do? Slow down and give way to the pedestrian.
You are driving vehicle A. How should you complete your turn? You should enter the intersection slowly and give way to the pedestrian.
When merging onto the main road, why is it important to match the speed of the vehicles on the main road? To avoid disrupting the flow of traffic. You encountered a collision on your way and you are not involved. What is the best behaviour here? Avoid slowing down to look as it may cause more traffic or cause another collision.
Flashing headlights to intimidate others increases the risk of a crash.
This group of signs assign right-of-way priority or direction of travel. Control signs.
Which of these signs warns you of approaching a school zone? After driving through a flood, brakes may fade.
You want to report a traffic violation. Which feature of Dubai Police app allows you to do this? We are all police.
New drivers tend to focus more on the mechanical side of operations. This is risky period because their reactions may be either too slow or exaggerated.
There is tunnel ahead. What is required from the driver before entering it? Switch on low beam headlight. Using the Dubai Police app, find the nearest police station via My Map. Using the Dubai Police app and under the Criminal Services category, you may file a criminal complaint.
Placing the baby car seat at the rear seat is safer because front passenger airbag may deploy and injure the baby.
A bus or tram route with one direction of travel. This sign indicates the actual direction or approach to the next bus or tram.
When coming to a green traffic light, you should continue ahead, but be ready to stop if you have to.
Driving that causes tension or dangers on the roads is unacceptable driving behavior.
When giving way to emergency vehicles, it is not allowed to use the road shoulders. Your destination is a short distance ahead. There are no vehicles in front of you. What should you do? Wait for your light to turn green, then proceed if safe. A slip road on a highway is provided a good distance from the start to the end. Why? To allow merging vehicles to accelerate and join the traffic smoothly.
Rumble strips are meant to warn drivers of approaching hazard.
What does this sign mean? Intersection ahead.
The yellow triangular markings on the road warns of approaching a speed hump. Drivers are advised to drive with high degree of care and caution. In case of severe accident, the steering wheel can cause you serious injury unless you are wearing a seatbelt properly. In a crash, serious injuries often result when people are thrown into each other or to parts of the vehicle. How do you prevent this from happening? The driver and the passengers should be wearing a seatbelt properly. You have a green light at an intersection. You can proceed only if the intersection is clear and it is safe to proceed. In the event of a collision with another vehicle, why is it important to take note of the other party's plate number? To inform the police in case the other driver leaves the accident scene.
Driving slowly in the fast lane will cause other drivers to pass on the right side.
When a truck is turning into a congested road, what can you do to make that turn easier? Allow for more space to maneuver.
If you are driving vehicle C, what should you be doing to stay safe? Stop before entering the intersection. After making the turn with the indicator on, check that it is turned off.